Hey guys, this is Sam with KrakenLipsTv, second episode. Today I'm going to be talking about the Texas rig, how to set it up, where to fish it, and whatnot. Today I'm going to be showing you on my KastKing Circus rod and reel combo. I've had this for a couple of years. I've caught a lot of fish with it, a lot of bass. I got my PB channel cat on this actually, out of the Willamette River in Portland. 7.5 pounds. As soon as I set the hook, I was like, oh, this is a donkey, somebody get the net. And I got it to the dock, wanted to go on a second run, and my rod's just bending, right? And I'm fishing it like I got this big old sturgeon on. Rod held up perfectly, didn't even make any sound like it was fraying or it was going to break or anything, so got a big fish on a small rod. Good quality stuff. KastKing actually came out 2014, and their whole idea was to make cheap and affordable, high quality rods and reels for the bass fishermen, because if you're in this, you're gonna know how expensive gear is. It is out of control. And I work for a company called England Marine Industrial Supply, so I get to see some of the newer stuff that comes out, like the Daiwa stuff, Shakespeare, Penn, whatnot. And I would put this reel right here right up there with the Daiwa Alexa. Great rod, great reel, high quality. So if you want to buy something for 50-60 bucks, I would definitely go with KastKing, because they've just got quality stuff. So yeah, so let's get into it. Everything you're gonna need: offset hooks. This is a 3/0 offset hook. This is actually the one that I pulled from the mystery tackle box last night. So, pretty excited about that. And you're going to need some Senkos. Today we're going to be using the Guggen Bait 5-inch lunker log in green pumpkin color. And this is my favorite color, my favorite Senko. I catch a lot of fish with those. So, let's, with all that, let's just get straight into it. Alright? Alright, so first thing you're going to need to do, get your rod set up, right? I haven't used this since last October, so didn't have any line on the rod itself, so I'm going to put that through. Alright, so usually when you fish a Texas rig, you're going to want to use light gear, monofilament, 10-pound, 12-pound mono. This setup right here, this rod and reel setup I have here, I usually fish my chatterbaits, my jigs and whatnot, so I have 30-pound braid on it, but same concept of setting it up, so it'll be fine. So here we go. So because I have braid, what I did is I just took my line, and braid's a little bit slicker than mono, so you're going to want to use a little bit of a different knot here. So I'm just going to take 6 inches or so, bend it in half, and I'm just going to put that together, right? So it's just one line. I'm going to go in through the eye. Give yourself some time there. And this tag end right here, if you can see it, this tag end, I'm going to throw that on the bottom of the main line, right? And I'm just going to wrap this around 3 or 4 times, just enough. I'm going to get it wet, right? Getting it wet. I'm going to stick that part you bent in half back through the backside. Pull it through. Cinch it down, right? Grab that tag end. Cinch that down. Now you got a good looking knot right there, right? You're going to want to cut both tag ends off though. You don't want tag ends. So, cut those off. Next thing you're going to do, you need to pull out your Senko there. If I can get the pack open. Alright. So I'm going to pull out my Senko here. And this is a tip. Not a lot of people do. People think it's weird. But I've found you've got the Senko, right? You've got the 5-inch Senko there. I've noticed if you just take a bite, about that much out of the end of it, it's going to hook up better when you get your hook sets. When you get that bite, I don't know why, So, just take a bite out the end of it, right? You can take your hook, your Senko. You're going to go in about to right there. You're going to pull it through, right? So you pulled it through. You want to go all the way up, over that bend, straight to the eye of the hook, right? So it's sitting like that. Now the whole idea is you want it to be as straight as possible, right? So you're going to take a look at it, see where is it going to be straight as possible, and that's where you're going to want to put it in. So it looks like about right there. I'm going to stick it in, pull it through. Now you have that right there. That is the Texas rig, right? A lot of people like to pull it right here, so you have a little bit of that hook showing. What I'll do at first is I'll keep it tucked back inside like that. There's no point showing on that hook. So if you're in pads or weeds or anything like that, you're not going to get snagged up as easily, and you can keep your rig going, right? You get a bite. I'm going to pull it back down so there's more hook showing. I'm going to cast it and work it in that area right there, and it's going to get stuck in that fish's mouth. So that's the Texas rig. How am I going to fish this, right? I'm going to cast it in the water next to some laydowns, maybe inside some pads or whatnot. I'm going to cast it out. It's going to hit the water, right? And then it's just going to sink. It's going to sink in the water kind of like this, and it's going to hit the bottom. Once it hits the bottom, we're just going to pull up on the rod a couple times like that. It's going to shoot up. It's going to drop. And when that slack that I just created in the line, by pulling up a couple times, I'm going to reel that in a couple cranks till it's tight again. Let it sit on the bottom for a couple minutes, like a couple seconds. You know, maybe do like a 10, 15 count. Going to jig it again. It's going to come up. It's going to drop. Kind of like that. And don't know why, but 85% of the time I get bites, it's when I cast and it's dropping. Other part of the time, I hit that jig move. It's going to come up, dropping. I'm going to get a bite. Sometimes I just like let it sit there for 35, 45 seconds, and the fish will just come pick it up off the bottom. Because that current, it's going to be moving this tail a little bit. They're going to be enticed by it. And so they'll come hit it. So, you know, there's different ways. You got to feel out the area. If you think there's a fish there, just let it sit there. They're going to see it. They're going to come get it. Pull it up. Let it slowly fall back down again. So that's the Texas rig. It's my favorite thing to fish. I do really good on it. So yeah, there's that. Don't forget to check out the Instagram page, KrakenLipsFishing. Don't forget to check out my buddy Kyle's Solo Resistance on Instagram and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And tight lines, keep cracking lips, guys. Talk to you later.